This session is part of the MBRC Program Overview Series. The Program Overview Series is intended to provide interested applicants with information on MBRC's grant programs, eligibility requirements, partnerships, and resources to help you determine which program is right for your proposed project and then apply for MBRC funds. This session will review the eligibility, waivers, and match requirements for MBRC grant programs. Additional sessions will be scheduled to provide an in-depth review of the grant programs, guidance for developing a pre-application, and the opportunity for questions. You can visit the MBRC events webpage to register for all live sessions or view recorded sessions. The first step in determining eligibility is to confirm you are an eligible applicant. This includes determining if a 75% expenditure waiver or a significant benefits waiver is required. For applicants or co-applicants located outside of MBRC service areas designated as distressed or transitional, the application will need a significant benefits waiver. Eligible applicants and co-applicants include state governments. Those are the state governments within our MBRC region of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. Local governments, such as a village, town, city, or county. Other political subdivisions of states, such as a regional planning commission or other authorities of state. Federally recognized tribes, as well as all nonprofit entities. All organizations that have been designated by the IRS as a 501c organization are eligible nonprofits. Ineligible applicants and co-applicants include for-profit organizations, some LLCs, and other entities that are not a 501c organization. If you are an applicant or a co-applicant that has previously been awarded MBRC funds and you currently have an open or active award, MBRC cannot award additional funds until that current funding has both been submitted reimbursement requests totaling 75% or more of the project, and has demonstrated that 75% of the cost share has been expended before that pre-application deadline. It's actually the first of the month for the pre-application due date. So, for example, if a pre-application is due in February, you would need to have the award expended by 75% by February 1st. If you cannot meet that requirement, you can apply for a waiver. This is called the 75% expenditure waiver or a prior award expenditure waiver. And this must be submitted together with the pre-application. You'll find that waiver policy in our program user manual, and you'll find the waiver request form in the grant management system as part of the pre-application. The next step to determine the eligibility of your project is to confirm that the location of your project is eligible to receive MBRC funds. Projects located in an MBRC member state within a service area geography designated as distressed or transitional are eligible. Project locations inside an MBRC member state service area, but in an attainment area rather than a geography designated as distressed or transitional, will need a significant benefit waiver. And you can find the most up-to-date distress designation report on MBRC's website. Here you can see Maine's service area and New Hampshire's service area. And New York's service area and Vermont's service area. Again, you can go to the distress report on MBRC's website to view more information about which geographies have been designated distressed, transitional, or attainment. MBRC uses the socioeconomic distress criteria to determine the level of funding and match that is required for that location. Distressed geographies are eligible for 80% MBRC funding and 20% match rate. Transitional areas are eligible for 50% MBRC funding and a 50% match rate. MBRC does not fund projects within an attainment location unless the project is in an isolated area of distress or has received a significant benefit waiver approval. All MBRC pre-applications and applications require matching funds. Those are the funds that are contributed by the applicant or other outside sources towards the project. Again, that match rate is determined by the distressed criteria. If there are multiple geographies that are part of your project, so your project is happening in either multiple communities or multiple counties, that match rate will be an averaged match rate. For example, if your project is based in a distressed community and a transitional community, you will have the averaged match rate of the distressed and transitional match rates. MBRC has some helpful match rate tools available on our website. You can go to the Project Eligibility and Match Determination website. This is linked here if you're looking at the presentation. And you can use those tools to help determine your match rate based on where your project is happening. I've mentioned the significant benefits waiver a few times already. To summarize, there are two conditions when a significant benefits waiver is required. The first is if the organization, the applicant or co-applicant itself is outside of the MBRC member state service area and applying to work within the MBRC region, then the application will need a waiver. The second is if the project location is inside MBRC member state service area, but in an attainment area rather than a distressed or transitional area. That application will need a waiver. The waiver is available to complete within the GMS, within the Grants Management System pre-application. So that's where you will find the waiver. And the policy itself is available in the Program User Manual. This is a summary of recommended resources for you to have available as you begin to scope your project and review your eligibility and match requirements for your proposed project. The resources are the Program's User Manual. The Program's User Manual has requirements and information for all of the MBRC funding programs. There's also specific information that covers catalyst requirements, forest economy program requirements, and timber for transit program requirements. Related to eligibility, you will want to review Appendix B, the previous award recipient policy, and the 75% expenditure waiver. Appendix C, the significant benefits policy and waiver, and Appendix D, the LDD policy and waiver. You'll also want to visit the project eligibility and match determination webpage for more information on how to calculate your match requirement. There's also a program overview series session dedicated to developing your match rate and the tools that are available on this webpage. And then you can also view the distress criteria annual report on MBRC's website as well.